You knew exactly where to find me. Did I really stand out that much? I did, huh? Guess I'm finally building a bit of presence after all. Recently, even if I'm not together with Lord Cheng Pu or Huang Gai, I'm no longer being asked to take care of cleanup tasks. Having gone through 3 generations of Wu, I've finally gained gravitas as an officer. How are you doing? You've been lured into Wu by me, with the promise of food. Any regrets? Good to hear. That sets my mind at ease. I was worried you might say you wanted to be more prominent. On another note, don't you get the feeling that the younger ones are growing more powerful recently? And when they rise up, my hard-fought position will be up for grabs. Will they gain dignity and gravity as Lord Cheng Pu did? Or grow bodies of steel like Huang Gai? Thanks. You always know what to say. I really like that aspect of you, you know? Well then, I'm counting on you to always stay by my side. Officers like you and I have to accept that we'll remain unnoticed even as we carry out grand acts. But we can meet up like this sometimes and give each other praise where praise is due. By the way, I ordered way back before you even arrived, and yet it's still not here. Mind checking up on that for me? I'd appreciate it.
Don't hold back. Order whatever you want. We see each other almost every day, but it's been so long since we've had a chance to relax. Things have been quite chaotic after Lord Sun Quan took command. We should celebrate our efforts. Forgive me. I seem to have led you to believe that serving under our new master has been a burden. Lord Sun Quan is clearly worthy of his position. I have never doubted that. Of course, Lord Sun Sua was an extraordinary man. His bravery and his compassion were second to none. But I see Lord Sun Quan the same way. His steadfast mind and ability to focus on the path ahead will prove to be unparalleled assets. Well, I have told him this many times, but he always deflected my compliments with humility. Lord Sun Quan will be everything we have come to expect from a commander. I can tell by just looking at him. That's what makes me want to dedicate myself to his cause. And if necessary, offer my life to protect him. I think Lord Sun Sua looked at all of us this way. With a look of expectation and trust, like that given to family. It may sound disrespectful, but Lord Sun Quan is more like family to me than a master. I can even think of him as my younger brother. You find it strange? Well, for what it's worth, I feel the same about you. You, the officers, everyone in Wu. You are all irreplaceable family to me now. You can even call me brother if you want to. How about it? It has a great ring to it. Now I have family to rely on. Maybe we should become sworn brothers to seal the deal. Well, tomorrow is another busy day. Eat and drink to your heart's content. We will need our strength. And let's stay together from now on. Together, we will secure the future of the Sun family. Our family.
They say Lord Huang Gai is close.
hungry keeps you in low spirit.
Oh, it's you. Go show him what you're made of. It seemed like Lord Sun Ce really would live up to the nickname.
We'll get to see.
Ah. Great timing. Would you mind talking with me for a moment? You might have already heard, but recently Wu has been gathering new talents. The main reason for this is that we have a new leader and need to ensure our stability. So, I think I'll need to step up. I have a debt to Lord Sun Quan, and I intend to repay it through hard work. I guess I haven't told you. Well, let me explain. When I first started serving the Sun family, I had hardly read anything in my life. Honestly, back then, there were too many things I didn't understand. I was loyal to Wu, but was only able to show it by rampaging across the battlefield. I lacked any kind of wisdom, and one day, I thoughtlessly pursued an enemy too far and ended up wounded. And the first person who scolded me afterward was Lord Sun Quan. He told me that meaningless injury and sacrifice don't amount to loyalty. That I should keep an eye on my surroundings and think about what must be done. I can still remember what he said word for word. He also recommended that I take up studying. That way, I would no longer be unlearned Meng of Wu, and could instead serve as a distinguished officer who doesn't rely solely on might. I'm only here thanks to Lord Sun Quan, so I vowed to support him using everything I've learned. Or that's my hope. So far, I'm neither smart enough nor strong enough. My goal is still so far away, meaning I haven't a moment to lose. I'm sorry I spoke for so long. I appreciate you sharing your time. However, this has helped me restore my focus. Thank you. It's strange. When I see those eyes of yours, like a dawn sky, I can't help but share my deepest thoughts. I wonder, if I keep on studying, will I be able to figure out why that is?
Such are the key lessons of war given in the Wu Tzu. It is such an old tome, but I trust it will be of some use to you.
Thank you. I shall be sure to apply this wisdom.
Ah, perfect timing. I was just wrapping up today's lesson.
The great knowledge passed down through generations. The strategies studied by Lord Sun Quan.
Zhou Tai is a fine student, much to my surprise. I did not expect him to take to the books so well. I actually have something to discuss with you. Will you join us? The other day, Zhou Tai talked to me. He wished to know what I thought of him. It was quite a shock. In retrospect, I came to realize I had not truly faced Zhou Tai as I should have. I always assumed I caused him much trouble with my shortcomings. Driven by self-serving doubt, I acted coldly toward him.
I told you, I do not mind. There is no need to.
Quite. And so we struck a deal. Zhou Tai will teach me the art of battle, and I will impart my knowledge to him. In this way, we can learn from each other. Indeed. I feel like I gained the entry to Zhou Tai's heart, and I am filled with a desire to let everyone know. We're off to the training ground next, for my own lesson. Don't go easy on me, Zhou Tai.
Oh, I certainly won't. I owe you my thanks. You encouraged me to open up to him, and I did. It turns out, Lord Sun Quan was waiting for me to do exactly that. Yes, thanks to you, I shall always be in your debt. You are a true friend indeed. I hope that one day I will be able to help you as well.
Louis Meng, you have grown to be one of the pillars of Wu. You were even at the center of our earlier meeting with the officers.
Lord Sun Quan, I am undeserving of such words.
Accept them, for I know this to be true. I will continue to count on you.
Are you hiding back there? Please, come out and talk with me. Well, it's just as you heard. I think my wish to support Lord Sun Quan is now becoming a reality. But being praised by him directly, I could feel the unlearned Meng in me being flabbergasted. Well, if you say so, then I'll try to be happier next time. But it doesn't mean I can just sit back. Our Lord still faces a veritable mountain of problems. I will continue to serve him with everything I have, but there may be times I come to you for help. I'm sure I can count on you. After all, you are a guardian of peace. Lord Zhou Yu told me. He seems to know a lot about you. By building knowledge and fostering connections wherever we go, we can get a glimpse into the hidden parts of history. That is another benefit of learning. And it's not a bad feeling to know the secret of my role model. Anyway, my efforts have led me here, and that gives me the confidence to continue striving forward. I'm not wrong to do so, am I? After all, it's thanks to you that I've made it this far. I will never stop learning and never stop improving. I will keep going until I see those eyes like the dawn widen in surprise. So all I ask is that you continue watching me.
So Lord Sun Quan's leading Wu?
I see you've been working hard. Thank you for coming. There's something I'd like to talk with you about. Sorry to worry you. I was thinking back on that battle in Lujiang. Up until then, I really thought I had been doing my best, but it was during that battle that I began truly pushing myself. I wanted to prove to you that you can rely on me. If you say so, I believe you. From now on, I'm going to make sure no one needs to worry about me. As the daughter of a military family, I have a duty to make it out of battle alive. For my life is not strictly just my own. Should I die, so many would grieve. My brother, our generals, the soldiers? I'll keep that in mind as I fight. By showing my own resolve, I believe I can inspire my comrades. My father and brother did the same as they fought through all those battles. I'm starting to feel, at last, that I'm a worthy member of our military family. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to shoulder the responsibility. Continuing to fight is something that requires immense courage. And besides, the real fight is still before us. So, what I really want to say is... would you remain by my side? I want you to share your courage with me. The courage that allows you to stay strong and keep fighting, no matter what. Thanks. I'm finally past the point of simply trying to catch up to you. As long as you're there, I can stand tall without hesitation. I can shine out there on the battlefield. So, keep an eye on me out there, okay? Don't look away, even for a second.
It's been some time since we lost Lord Sun Tzu. Looking back on those days, I barely ever had time to catch my breath. I lost the leader I entrusted with my dream. And I didn't even have time to fall into despair about his death. But the flames of hope still burn within my heart. That dream hasn't completely disappeared yet. It is, and one that I wouldn't have held in the past. I've developed nerves of steel. A final parting gift from Lord Sun Tzu, perhaps. At some point, this dream of mine shifted into one I share with you. With everyone. That being said, if we're to actually realize this dream, we must begin by seeing the facts as they are. And with that, let's move to our topic of discussion today. Wu remains unstable. The work of those serving the kingdom is to reinforce its foundation. But the mountain of threats surrounding it cannot be ignored. Our citizens already have their hands full. Why don't we focus on what's outside our borders? Think of those who would raise their blade at Wu. Are there not a great deal of warriors who come to mind? More than anyone else, it's Cao Cao we must be wary of. If we don't take proper precautions, this kingdom will eventually be devoured. One plan would be to divide the land in two with Cao Cao and fiercely protect our territory. However, whether we do so through negotiation or by force, the first thing we'll need is allies. Capable ones who are able to contend with Cao Cao. Ah, just as I thought. A friend with keen and discerning insight. How dependable. So, tell me about your experiences. I'd like to hear about the great warriors you have faced and befriended. This evening's Strategy Council meeting has only just begun.
Do you remember that day, when I came to you unannounced to ask you to take the future of the Sun Clan into your hands? I see. I suppose it would be too selfish of me to ask you to forget it. I must admit that at the time I had lost all sense of dignity. Just when I thought I had seen enough battles to be able to pick out a novice by the way his weapon shakes in his hands, there I was. I had assumed that there was no youth left in this haggard body, but in that moment, I glimpsed it well. And how do you feel about all of this? Everything that's happened since joining us in service of the Sun family? Then I will make no apologies. If it brought you to our side, then even bowing my head to you was well worth the effort. Lord Sun Quan has succeeded Lord Sun Ca as the head of the Sun family. I do not doubt the talents of Lord Sun Quan, even though he has become a leader at such a young age. Truth be told, he has attracted many new talented people to his side. With such a momentum, they are sure to become a nigh unstoppable force to be reckoned with across the land. My role in this is to keep Lord Sun Quan and his young acolytes from letting all that power go to their heads. We cannot let a tragedy like the one that befell Lord Sun Ca happen again. And I care not if people say I'm out to spoil the mood. I will carry out my duty. I hope everyone else feels the same. I have my principles, so I care not one bit what the young ones think about me. But I must also admit that having someone to talk to like this brings me great comfort. And I wouldn't want to get that from anyone but you. These quiet moments we have together are what keep me going. It is my hope that you feel the same.